Hello YouTube, this is our Project 92 Suzuki RM125 two-stroke. We bought this on Craigslist for $300 with a blown up motor, and the previous owner was straight up. He already told me that the ring caught on the inside of the cylinder and grooved it really bad, so there's no compression, and I took it apart and removed the piston, so there's no starting it up or telling you how badly it runs or anything else, because it flat out doesn't run. It's been sitting for a long time, so of course the forks leak, then the shock leaks, and it's just tire needs a ground up rebuild, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I think what I'm going to do, because of the cylinder problem, is do an Eric Gore 144 kit, which is a 3mm overbore, and that should take care of the grooving problem inside of the cylinder. And the previous owner also mentioned when the piston broke, it put a bunch of pit marks on top of the head, and when they redo the big bore kit, they oversize the cylinder head to fit the new bore, so that'll take care of all that. And when I pull the cases apart, we'll put a new rod kit in it, because that's also going to be worn out, and new main bearings and seals, because those will be also shot, because all that metal from the cylinder ends up down in those bearings, so we'll replace all of that. And if you look at this thing, you can actually see the oil down inside of this running down the fork, so it's going to get new brake pads also, because those are shot. And when we pull these apart, we're going to do the wiper seal, and this the actual seal is up inside here, you can't see it, and then both the bushings that the fork tubes actually ride on, those are going to get replaced. And when we have it apart, we'll take a look at the base valve. I don't know if anybody's ever revalved these forks and the shock, but we'll take a look at it. And there's some simple mods we can do to make this ride much nicer for just vet, moto, desert riding, and just plain off-road riding, because it's an MX bike, so the suspension is set up really stiff, and we're going to relax the valving in a little bit. And same with the shock. I don't know if you can see it in there, but you can see it right inside here where the shock is actually leaking. So we're going to place the seal in there. It's called a head kit. It comes with everything already installed in it, and while we have it apart, we'll do the same thing as the fork. We'll pull the valving out of it and take a look, see if anybody's modified it. If not, then we'll drill out the valve and make it a little bit softer valving inside there, just for regular like desert riding and vet style MX. Also on the shock here, it's hard to see, but there's a rubber bumper pad down there, and of course that's totally missing, so we need to get one of those. Chain and sprocket, of course, is shot, and then we're going to replace all the engine seals and gaskets when we have it apart. The big thing is, take a look inside of here. The air filter, this is always a chronic problem with the older bikes, is people just they just spray the filter when they have it out. I already took the nut out of this thing, but when they have the filter out, they'll just take and just spray with a can of spray air filter oil, and that stuff absolutely doesn't work. The dirt just passes right through that and into the motor. See, this is a uni, and it's getting replaced as junk. But inside there, let's see if you can actually see it inside there. Inside this boot, if you look down inside there, the boot in between the air filter to the carburetor, there is actually dirt and debris down inside the boot. So that's just a telltale sign that the air filter hasn't been serviced correctly, and that will cause the motor to wear out extremely fast. I mean, that's putting dirt and debris right into the cylinder, and then bottom end, top end, everything. It's especially that really fine, talcum powder, moon dust that you find at the tracks and such. That stuff just eats up the bearings. It's really bad on everything. So I think that may have been played a part in why the ring snagged. But anyway, we're going to be doing a complete rebuild on this from the ground up. This is, of course, those will transfer over to a lot of different two-stroke bikes, not just Suzuki's, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda. So hopefully you subscribe, watch it, enjoy it. If you have questions, post them up and I'll try and answer them the best I can. But we're going to do a lot of work to this, and I hope you enjoy it. Talk to you later.